woke up before the sunrise, just like every day before, making sure the world kept turning while I stood behind the door. Everyone needed something. Every worry found my name. I kept carrying the pieces, never asking for the same. And somewhere in the noise, I forgot my own voice. I'm tired of being strong, tired of holding on, tired of smiling when my heart feels gone. I've carried so much weight for so many years, and nobody saw the tears. But tonight I'll let them fall. I don't have to do it all. Maybe being human is enough after all. There were dreams I left behind me, like old pictures in a drawer. Every season I kept giving, till I couldn't give much more. Still I showed up every morning, still I tried to light the way, even when my own reflection looked a little lost each day. There were dreams I left behind me, like old pictures in a drawer. Every season I kept giving, till I couldn't give much more. Still I showed up every morning, still I tried to light the way, even when my own reflection looked a little lost each day. And somewhere through the years, I disappeared. I'm tired of being strong, tired of holding on, tired of smiling when my heart feels gone. I've carried so much weight for so many years, and nobody saw the tears. But tonight I'll let them fall. I don't have to do it all. Maybe being human is enough after all. What if I stopped running? What if I stood still? What if I showed kindness to the woman on this hill? The one who carried everyone through every storm and rain. Maybe she deserves a little love again. I'm learning to be strong without carrying it all, learning that a heart can heal even after every fall. The weight is getting lighter with every breath I take, and for the first time in a long while, I'm choosing me today. For the first time in a long while, I'm choosing me. choosing me. They saw me standing in the sunlight with a smile I learned to wear, always saying I was doing fine, like I didn't have a care. I listened to their stories, I carried all their fears, but nobody ever noticed the sadness through the years. I kept the house together, held the pieces when they broke, laughed along at every table, even when my heart was choking. I became the safe place for everyone to run. But when the night grew quiet, I faced the dark alone, and every little crack inside was hidden by the light. Nobody saw the tears falling after midnight. Nobody heard the prayers whispered in the dark. They saw the strong woman holding everything together, but nobody saw the tears living in my heart. Nobody saw the tears falling after midnight. Nobody heard the prayers whispered in the dark. Nobody heard the prayers whispered in the dark. Maybe I don't have to hide, maybe I can let it show. Maybe broken hearts still bloom, maybe wounded souls still grow. I gave so much to everyone, and now it's finally clear. The kindness I gave away belongs to me right here. Maybe I don't have to hide, maybe I can let it show. Maybe broken hearts still bloom, maybe wounded souls still grow. I gave so much to everyone, and now it's finally clear. The kindness I gave away belongs to me right here. They saw a strong woman holding everything together, but nobody saw the tears living in my heart. Maybe I don't have to hide, maybe I can let it show. Maybe broken hearts still bloom, maybe wounded souls still grow. I gave so much to everyone, and now it's finally clear. The kindness I gave away belongs to me right here. They saw the strong woman holding everything together, but nobody saw the tears living in my heart. Maybe I don't have to hide, maybe I can let it show. Maybe broken hearts still bloom, maybe wounded souls still grow. I gave so much to everyone, and now it's finally clear. The kindness I gave away belongs to me right here. Now I see the tears, and I won't look away. Now I hear the voice I lost along the way. Nobody saw the tears, but I see them now, and I'm healing somehow. She was always there, waiting in the silence, and every tear I cried has led me back to life. I kept so many words inside, like letters never sent, conversations in my head long after the moment went. I smiled when I was hurting, said I'm fine instead, and every truth I couldn't speak stayed living in my chest. There were nights I needed comfort, but I didn't know how to ask. So I carried every burden and kept hiding behind the mask. Years went by so quickly, seasons came and disappeared. Still I held on to the silence like it was something I should fear. But silence has a price, and I've paid it all my life. These are the things I never said, the words that stayed inside my head, the dreams I buried, the tears I hid, the parts of me nobody ever knew. These are the things I never said, but they're finally finding light, and maybe speaking softly now can help me heal tonight. I don't need to change the past or rewrite every page. I just wanna meet myself without the fear or shame, to hold the woman I've become with kindness in my hands, and thank her for surviving everything she never planned. Maybe my voice was never lost, maybe it was waiting here, beneath the noise, beneath the years, beyond the doubt, beyond the fear. Still alive, still clear. These are the things I never said, and I don't need to hide them now. Every scar, every hope, every prayer I carried somehow. The story isn't over, there's still so much to write, and every word I speak today brings me back to life. The things I never said are finally being heard at last. Every little piece of sunlight felt too far away to name. I kept moving through the motions, one more week, one more year, holding on to something fragile, even when it wasn't clear. The mirror told a quiet story of a woman standing still, someone softer, someone wiser, learning how to finally heal. Not every wound needs fixing, not every scar should fade. Some become reminders of the strength that pain can make. And somehow, through the darkness I remain. I'm still around somehow, still breathing, still finding pieces of myself among the seasons leaving. The storms didn't break me, the years didn't erase me, and even after everything, I'm still around somehow. Maybe healing isn't magic, maybe it arrives so slow, like morning light through curtains, or the first flower in the snow. Maybe every step I'm taking counts more than I can see. Maybe all this time life was quietly carrying me. I don't need all the answers, I don't need to know why. I just need this moment, this open sky, this beating heart, still alive, still alive. I'm still around somehow, still standing, still learning how to trust the light that's slowly landing. The storms didn't break me, the years didn't erase me, and maybe that's enough tonight. I'm still around somehow. Still here, still healing, still becoming somehow. I spent years speaking to myself in ways I'd never speak to you. Always asking for perfection, always finding something new to criticize, to carry, to quietly regret, like kindness was for everyone except myself instead. I learned how to survive the storms, how to push through every pain, somewhere in that struggle, I forgot how to remain soft enough to feel the sunlight, gentle enough to rest, strong enough to understand that I don't need every test. Maybe healing starts with letting go of who I thought I had to be. I'm learning to be gentle again, learning to breathe, learning to bend, learning that my worth was never something I had to earn. After all the years, after all the hurt, I'm finally learning to be gentle again. The woman in the mirror looks different now somehow. Not because she's stronger, but because she's kinder now. She doesn't need permission to slow her footsteps down. She's learning how to love herself without another crown. Maybe I was enough, even on the days I couldn't do it all. Maybe I was worthy, even when I stumbled, even when I fell. Maybe grace was waiting here all along. I'm learning to be gentle again, not because I'm weak, but because I finally seen what compassion really means. The road is still unfolding, but I'm no longer afraid. And every step I take today feels lighter than yesterday. I'm learning, I'm healing, I'm becoming gentle again. Gentle again, gentle again, at last. The dishes are all put away, the hallway lights are dim. No backpacks by the doorway, no voices echoing in. The rooms are full of memories, like photographs in air. A quiet house can feel so loud when no one's really there. This quiet house still holds your laughter. This quiet house still knows your name. The seasons change, the children grow, but love remains the same. I thought I'd miss the noise praise the most, the endless little things. But what I miss are ordinary days, and all the life they'd bring. Maybe every goodbye makes room for something new. Maybe this quiet house is teaching me to bloom too. This quiet house feels different now, not empty, just transformed somehow. And love remains the same. I found an old photograph today, tucked inside a faded book. A younger woman smiling there with a hopeful, fearless look. She believed in endless summers and roads she'd never seen. She carried all her dreams ahead, the woman I used to be. She thought the world was waiting just beyond the next sunrise. She trusted every promise and every pair of honest eyes. Life had other plans in mind, and not everything came easily, but somehow she kept moving on, the woman I used to be. Through every wrong turn, every heartbreak, every lesson time revealed, she stayed alive inside of me, even when I couldn't feel. To the woman I used to be, I finally understand. You were stronger than you knew, holding life with trembling hands. You made mistakes, you lost your way, you questioned everything you dreamed, but you carried me here, year after year, the woman I used to be. There were moments full of laughter, there were nights of silent tears, there were sacrifices made for the people held so dear. I don't regret the love I gave, even when it emptied me, because it shaped the heart I have and the woman I've become to be. The mirror tells a different story, lines where youth once used to shine, but every mark reflects a chapter, every scar a sacred sign of resilience, of courage, of surviving what I couldn't see, still connected to the soul, the woman I used to be. Maybe growing older isn't losing who we are. Maybe it's collecting wisdom from every visible scar. To You kept believing, you kept trying, when giving up felt easier. And every step you ever took has brought me safely here. If I could sit beside you now on that old familiar road, I'd tell you not to fear the future, not to carry every load. I'd tell you love will find you and sometimes break your heart, but every ending you survive will teach a brand new start. And all the things you worry about won't matter in the end, because you'll learn your greatest strength is learning how to bend. To the woman I used to be, thank you for carrying me through every storm, through every doubt, through every unseen sea. You never had all the answers, you never needed to, because the life we built together was enough to make it through. And though the years have changed my face, one thing remains true. I still see pieces of myself in the woman I used to be. She still lives inside my heart, inside my memories, inside my dreams. The woman I used to be still walks with me. Soft rock, inspirational pop, adult contemporary, female empowerment anthem, piano-driven arrangement, clean electric life, organic life design. Organic life, organic life, organic life, organic life, organic life. Oh, soft rock, inspirational pop, adult contemporary. Rock, soft rock, inspirational pop, adult contemporary. Soft rock, inspirational pop, adult contemporary. Soft rock, inspirational pop. Adult contemporary, female empowerment anthem. Soft rock, inspirational pop, adult contemporary. adult contemporary, a soft rock, inspirational pop, adult contemporary, 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 female empowerment anthem. Oh, soft rock, inspirational pop, adult contemporary, soft rock, inspirational pop, adult contemporary, female empowerment anthem. Soft rock, inspirational pop, adult contemporary. For so many years, I held on tightly to moments already gone, to words I wished were different, to roads I never walked upon. I carried yesterday like a suitcase in my hand, never realizing it was heavier than I planned. Some memories still visit like old friends in the rain, not to hurt me anymore, but to remind me of the change, the things I couldn't control. The endings I couldn't save were never mine to carry. Every single day, maybe peace begins when resistance ends. I'm letting go slowly, one breath at a time, making peace with yesterday, leaving fear behind. I'm letting go slowly, learning not to fight the things I cannot change, and holding on to light. Holding on to light. The seasons keep on turning without asking my permission. The leaves don't fear the autumn, they simply trust transition. Maybe I can learn from them, maybe I can finally see not every goodbye is loss, sometimes it's release. There are chapters now behind me that no longer need revisiting, not because they didn't matter, but because they finished speaking. And every lesson left behind still lives inside my heart. I can honor where I've been without staying where we are. Maybe healing isn't finding what was lost. Maybe healing is becoming who I am. I'm letting go slowly, one breath at a time, making peace with yesterday, leaving fear behind. I'm letting go slowly, learning not to fight the things I cannot change, and holding on to life. river doesn't argue with the direction it must go. Maybe wisdom is surrender. Maybe freedom is letting go. I'm letting go slowly and finally feeling free. Not because I've forgotten, but because I've chosen peace. I'm letting go slowly and opening my hands, trusting that tomorrow will unfold the way it can. I'm letting go slowly, one breath at a time, finding beauty in the journey, leaving fear behind. One breath, one step, one day at a time, letting go slowly and finally feeling alive. I spent so many years searching for something I thought I had lost, looking through old memories, counting every cost, trying to make sense of roads that disappeared, holding on to shadows long after they were here. I thought peace was a destination, some distant place to find, waiting somewhere in the future, beyond the mountains of my mind. But every step I traveled, every tear I cried, was quietly leading me back to the light inside. Maybe peace was never gone, maybe I just couldn't see. And peace comes back like sunlight through a window. Peace comes back like spring after the snow, slowly and softly, without a sound. One day you look around and peace comes back. The scars are still a part of me, the memories remain, but they no longer hold the power to define my pain. Every chapter had a purpose, every ending played a role in becoming someone stronger, someone finally whole. Now I walk a little slower, now I breathe a little deeper, not because life has become easy, but because I've become freer. I don't need all the answers, I don't need to understand, I only need to trust the journey where I stand. The storms have passed, the sky is clear, and I am finally here. And peace comes back like sunlight through a window. Peace comes back like spring after the snow, slowly and softly, without a sound. One day you look around and peace comes back. I thought I'd never rise. Moments when the weight felt endless and hope was hard to find. But every breath I kept taking, every step I chose to make, was building this quiet strength I never knew I'd make. And now I see the woman in the mirror with kinder eyes and an open heart. She survived, she grew, she stayed, and that's enough. And peace comes back, not all at once, but little by little, day by day. Peace comes back in ordinary moments, in simple joys, in words we choose to say. And after every storm, after every tear, after every year, peace comes back, and so do I. Peace comes back like morning light. Peace comes back after the longest night. And so do I, and so do I. At last, at peace.